All right, so now we're just moving right along here, right? We're on page 13. And so before we go into page 13, this is a pretty good point in time where we can start to talk about all of the different kinds of rests there are, right? So on the last episode, we learned about the whole rest, which is similar to the whole note in that it gets 4 seconds. So for 4 seconds, you're not playing anything, or for 4 beats, you're not playing anything. So just like we have the quarter note, half note, dotted half note, and whole note, we have those as rest as well, except for the dotted half. So we have the quarter note rest or quarter rest. It kind of looks like a lightning bolt of some sorts, right? Then you have the half rest, which almost looks like a whole rest, but it's a little different in that it's opposite. So what I like to think of a whole rest, right? A whole rest gets 4 seconds. And actually, let me go get one of my hats. So the best way to kind of think of it is a whole rest like this. So a whole rest kind of looks like an upside down hat. And when you have an upside down hat, you can put a bunch of stuff, right? I can put a piece of plastic, a GoPro battery, a Fitbit charging cable, a USB cable, my phone, right? I can fit all this stuff inside, meaning if the rest looks like an upside down hat, then there's a lot of stuff, right, that you can fit inside of it, so it gets a longer rest time. Now, let's say if we're taking a look at the half rest, you can kind of think of it as a right side up hat, right? And so if I try to do the same thing, I can't really store as much stuff, right? It would just start falling down. So what I like to think of the whole rest and half rest, I like to think of it like a hat. So a whole rest, you can kind of think of it like an upside down hat. So if it looks upside down, then you can fit a lot of stuff inside, so it gets longer time. If it's right side up, you can't really fit that much in it, right? Because you can't do it. So it only gets 2 seconds or 2 beats. All right, so now knowing that, we can jump into page 13 where we get a mix of whole rest and quarter rest. No half rest just yet, but just whole rest and quarter rest. So I'm going to play on page 13, Rock Along. And so I'm just surveying the piece right now, and so I can see that there's some half rests, some half notes going on. We got some quarter notes going on, and we got whole notes at the end there. So I'm gonna play through this piece. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left hand. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Double dots. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you notice that this song has whole rest. So the entire time, my right hand's busy, my left hand's not doing anything, and vice versa on the bottom. My right hand's not doing anything, it's resting, and the left hand is getting kind of busy. Let's move on to the bottom song here, and I want you to practice these 2 songs for this week. So I'm going to play through this one. Now this has a quarter note rest, so it's going to be a little trickier. It's almost like it's almost like a whole rest, but it's quicker, right? So it's a quarter rest, just like a quarter note gets 1 second. Quarter rest is going to get 1 second. So for 1 second, when I get to that quarter rest, I'm not playing anything, all right? So we got 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, rest. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's double dots, so I gotta repeat. 1, 2, 1, quarter rest. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of ones, but you get the point, right? So that quarter rest, I'm not playing anything for 1 beat or 1 second, right? So let's just go over all the rest that we know so far. So we know let's just start from the lowest denomination. So we got the quarter rest, which gets 1 second. Then we got the half rest, which kind of looks like a right side up hat, right, on the line. That gets 2 seconds. And then the third one that we know is the whole rest, which is an upside down hat, right? You can fit a lot of stuff inside of it. Now, some of you might be curious and might be thinking, okay, where's the dotted half rest? Well, there's no dotted half rest. You can kind of make up a dotted half rest by using the ones that we already have, right? So you can use the half rest, which is the right side up hat, and you can use a quarter rest, which is that little thunderbolt looking thing. And if you put those together, that would be 3 seconds, right? So we wouldn't really need to use, or we wouldn't really need to have a dotted half rest.